My name is Ethan, and I never imagined that a Saturday morning could turn into a scene straight out of a nightmare. I woke up with a pounding headache, the kind that makes your skull feel like it's being squeezed. But it wasn't just the pain that shook me awake. I was tied to the bed. My arms and legs restrained, the sheets tangled around me, and the sunlight streaming through the blinds felt like it was mocking me. Panic surged. My mind raced through possibilities: burglary, a prank gone wrong, some kind of accident, but nothing made sense. I struggled against the ropes, grunting in frustration, but they were tight. That's when I heard the door click open. In walked Maya, my wife. Only, she wasn't the woman I married 3 years ago. Her hair was messy, her eyes wide but calculating, and there was a smirk I didn't recognize on her face. In her hands, she carried a cup of water and a small note. "Oh, you're awake," she said casually, like she hadn't just tied me to the bed. "I was worried you'd sleep through all the fun I planned." Fun? Maya, what the hell is going on? I shouted, my voice hoarse from the headache. She ignored my questions, setting the cup down on the bedside table. "Relax, Ethan. I just needed to clarify a few things. You know, after last night." My stomach dropped. Last night was a blur of drinking, laughter, and the usual weekend movie marathon. Nothing that should have ended with me tied to a bed. My brain struggled to connect the dots. Then she sat on the edge of the bed, folding her legs neatly. "I wanted to see how you'd react," she said. "You've been so oblivious lately. You think everything's perfect, that I'm still the faithful, loving wife. But Ethan, I've been seeing someone else. And honestly, I don't care if you know or not. Until now." I froze. Shock, betrayal, disbelief, every emotion hit me at once. You what?" I croaked. She leaned closer, her voice almost playful. "Don't freak out. I just needed to make a point. You've been ignoring me, ignoring us. You're always working, always tired, always avoiding. I thought tying you up would finally make you listen." The ropes suddenly felt heavier, my chest tighter. I realized she wasn't just confessing, she was enjoying the control, the power of revealing the truth while I was helpless. Why would you do this?" I asked, voice shaking. "This isn't a joke." Maya sighed dramatically. "It's a warning, Ethan. You've been blind to me, blind to what I want. Maybe now, tied up like this, you'll finally see. Or maybe, you'll realize it's too late." I felt rage bubbling up. I wanted to lash out, scream, even fight her. But the moment I tried, she just smiled and stood up. "I have to go," she said. "Breakfast at his place, don't wait up. And Ethan, don't forget the note." Before I could ask what note, she slipped out the door, leaving me restrained and trembling. On the bedside table lay a folded piece of paper. My hands shook as I unfolded it. In her familiar, elegant handwriting was just one line. "Some things are too broken to fix. Good luck waking up to reality." I spent the next hour loosening the ropes, hands raw and sore, my head pounding worse than ever. Once free, I stared at the door, the house, the life I thought I knew. Everything had changed in the span of a few words and a single act of betrayal. Later, I packed a bag. I didn't need to wait for her to explain herself. I understood perfectly. This wasn't a wake-up call. This was the end. As I walked out into the cold morning, the sun cutting through the blinds of my empty bedroom, I realized something crucial. I had survived her trap. And now, for the first time in months, I felt a strange sense of liberation. Sometimes, the worst betrayal is the beginning of finding yourself again.